Alright, welcome back, F1 Manager Nation. This is F1 Manager Legend, and here's where I qualified for the Lunar New Year event. Alright, so we got a Platinum. Not bad for the Platinum. And the new asset, we don't need to waste any of our money on it. Close that. And we can start to unlock that. Okay. I don't know if you guys can hear that whining in the background, but I have one of those air fryers. Power air fryer as seen on TV. And I'm air frying me some shrimp right now. Not sure if you heard that, but that's what that was. Okay. I have had a bunch of questions about what my drivers are. What the number one I get is you guys tell me you have Pierre Gasly at level 2, Sainz at level 5, Norris at level 4. Do you see where my drivers are? This is the only thing I can help you guys with right now. But I will show you guys again how I would choose, or how I came upon the drivers that I am using. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, level 10, which is maxed out, Common Grosjean is my number one driver for a reason. If you guys see, his tire management and his wet weather ability are both 90. And his fuel management is 77. If you guys have been following my videos, you know that I have a certain strategy that is very successful in these races. And the main thing to make that strategy work is tire management. So if it's an 8 lap race. If it's an 8 lap race, you can go 3-3-2 on soft tires, or you might be able to get a one stop with hards and soft tires. If your tire management is low, you're stuck pitting multiple times. The fuel management lets you know how long you can go fast. With 77 fuel management, I know you can go on an 8-lap race, you can go 5 laps full speed. Consistency helps with your qualifying position. If you have low consistency, your driver misses the apex. Your driver will miss the apex as well as go off the track in turns, which will slow him down. Defending keeps drivers behind you when you're doing the slow laps for the first 3 laps or whatever the strategy is. The defending will help keep cars from passing you, especially if you're on soft tires going slow and there's somebody on hard tires. You'll be able to keep them behind you with a higher defending. Overtaking is how quickly you will pass. If you have a higher overtaking, if you have fresh tires and you're coming up against older tires, you pretty much pass them right away. And I think that covers all the stats. Obviously, wet weather ability is how you drive in a wet. Now, the way these Grand Prix are laid out, you can see how it tells you 40, 60, 40% chance of rain in China, 60% chance in United Kingdom, 0% in Russia, 30% in Australia, 0% the second time you do China, 20% in Brazil, 90% in Singapore, 50% in Japan, 0% in Bahrain, and another 30% in China. So if it's 30% or above, to me, if it says 30% or above, I am not going to use Vettel because he has poor wet weather ability. He's below 50%. Instead of using Vettel, I could use George Russell, Lando Norris, Daniel Kvyat, except his consistency is too low. I could use Sergio Perez. I don't like his fuel management though. Or I could use Antonio Giovinazzi. I've never got any Hulkenberg stats. These guys are too poor. Kubica, you'll never use them. Max Verstappen, his tire management. Yeah, I don't like his fuel management, and I think his tire management is a little bit low. If I wanted to use Daniel Ricciardo, I could add that to him. Fuel use and tire use. And I'd be able to bump his tire and fuel use up to being competitive. But why do that if I can get it accomplished for free? really hope Carlos Sainz gets some more tire management on his next upgrade. If he doesn't, I'm going to be thoroughly upset. Valtteri Bottas, the reason why I don't use him is because of his overtaking is so low. It's at 37. So if he qualifies in the back, it's hard for him to move up. Charles Leclerc is tire management. Kimi Raikkonen is tire and fuel. Vettel's pretty solid. Magnussen is actually pretty good except for that consistency. And level 4 Hamilton is not that good. His tire management is poor. His fuel management is poor. His consistency is only okay. But his overtaking and wet weather are both excellent. If you guys want to see, I was in Lahaina last night. At the end of my night, stopped into an establishment to have a cool beverage before I ended my night. Ran into a friend that I introduced this game to. And he informed me that his wife told him he can't play this game anymore because he dropped $200. And I was like, why? So, well, I wanted to open up the crates and this and that. And he asked me, what are you using? And when I showed him this, he was like, why did I spend $200? And I'm like, exactly. You don't need to spend that much money on this game. If you use my strategy on how to win the races, go back through my videos. I slowly tell you which... you'll see which parts you never use. There's certain parts you don't use. There's certain drivers you don't use. Go back through my videos. You'll see which drivers and which parts you'll never use. But as you guys can see, I got 4 maxed out. I have 4 maxed out commons and 2 almost maxed out. What is that, a rare? Yeah. I am not using any of my epics, and you can see why. I don't know why these parts aren't better. I'm guessing these go to level 8. Someone told me they go to level 8. You can see by level 8, the Calypso brakes I might be able to use. But I might be able to use the torque. I highly doubt I'll be able to use the whole shot or the screamer. I'll tell you why I say that. You can see this is 1849 and plus 0.04. I might, over the next 6 levels, I might be able to make up those points on this part. But that minus 10, minus 11, I don't see it. When you upgrade these, you normally get like plus 2 to plus 4. But these ones fill out a lot quicker. So, yeah, if you guys are wondering what my parts are, what my drivers are, here's my parts. Slow scroll. Alright, there's my parts. That's how far they're all upgraded. On this account, I think I put in $80. My other account, I think I put in like maybe 40, maybe 50, somewhere between $35 and $50. This one is around 80. And so you guys are still trying to qualify. I wish you the best. They actually fixed this, the prizes. The first time they did one of these, I don't think the numbers were this spread out between the different between contender and what's ever below contender and whatever that is. Yeah, I can't find it. They actually made it so that if you qualify for the higher one, it's better to do the higher one. The first time I did the highest level, and I didn't do that good. So the second time I did a lower level, and I made more than what I would have if I finished 50, number 50 or better in the higher level. And now they have it set up so that the higher level pays off way better for such a number of places that it's worth it to do the higher levels. That's the main track in this level is Shanghai. Hopefully we get Shanghai so I can show you guys something. Hey, we got China. Okay, so 8-lap race. We got rain coming in. Here's the gamble. How long till it rains? Okay, you don't want to go fast into that first turn. If your tires are cold, which they are in the first lap, you're going to spin out if you go fast into that first turn. So Grosjean's up into 5th, so we can just hang out within striking distance of first. You can actually see Vettel. If you look at his positioning, he makes it real hard for cars behind him to pass. That's the defending. So you see that gap that's opening up in front of him? Yeah, one guy was able to get by. That's okay. Everyone else is on soft tires. So we got a minute and a half before, a minute 20 seconds before it starts raining. don't know if you saw where I sent Grosjean. Did Grosjean go off? I don't know. I wasn't looking. It looked like he kind of went off. So they want me to go in and put on rain tires now, which you can see it's not even raining yet. So now Vettel's going to be able to go full speed to the end of the race. Seven %, 10%. Okay, so my drivers are both about 3 seconds apart. And with the soft tires and the track not being 50% wet yet, Grosjean's going to be able to make up time, especially on Vettel. They're both going to come in. And pit stop. And by the time they both come out, it should be around 50% wet, which means we should be able to get 3 laps, which will put us at 8 laps at the end of the race. So Grosjean's probably gonna no, I think he's good. When we're going all out, it takes about a lap and a half of fuel. See, Grosjean is coming across with 3 laps of fuel with 2 laps to go. Everyone's on wet tires. Not everyone. There's a couple guys out there on hards. Perez and Gasly. So Vettel's up into 4th. He might be able to get 3rd, which means my drivers will finish on a double podium, which, if you follow me, you know that's my aim in every race. Alright, Vettel got into 3rd. We got our double podium, and all is good. I wish there was a way to contact other players through the game. But if their name shows up, you should be able to find them on Facebook, obviously, because that's one of the ways you can register through the game. Which leads me to, honestly, guys, I don't really check my Facebook page that often. I have one set up because I set up my second account. Okay. Um, a couple of you asked for strategies for certain racetracks. A big part of the strategy for a racetrack depends on your tire wear. If you can get if you can get 3 laps easy on soft tires on any track, this is an 8-lap race. If you can get 3 laps on soft tires, especially if you can go fast for 3 laps on soft tires. If you have hard tires, that will give you between 4 to 6. That means you'll be able to go slow for 3 laps on hard tires, go high power for 2 laps, which will give you 5. Switch over to soft tires, and that will give you 3 laps. Full speed, high power on soft tires. Short of that, go back through my videos. You'll see there's a 3-3-2 strategy, which is a 2-stop strategy, 3 laps, 3 laps, 2 laps. Depending on the track, some tracks, Brazil is definitely a 1-stop track. United Kingdom I think UK can be a 1-stop. Australia is a 2-stop, I believe. Japan is only 7 laps, so that one's kind of screwy. UK is only 6, but it's a long track, so that one's kind of screwy. Bahrain is a short track. I think that's 9 laps. Brazil is a short track. Russia is kind of a long one. So each racetrack has a different strategy. But depending on what your car setup is and what your drivers are, that's going to dictate your pit strategy. Again, if you're using Kubica, he's not going to be able to give you, like on some tracks, he's not going to be able to give you more than 1 lap on a soft tire. Which means if you had him and you use soft tires, you'd have to pit 8 times on an 8-lap race. There's no way you're going to make that time up. So that's why you never use him. Never use him. And that's sad that they did that to him. So sorry, brain fart. So yeah. Hopefully I answered the questions you guys were asking. If I didn't, leave it in the comments. Obviously I read them and try to answer everything. Again, guys, I can't, if you guys tell me what your driver is and what level they are and all of that. I can't really help you out that way. All I can do is show you how to select the best driver for the start slow, finish fast strategy. And again, the most important stats to me are going to be tire management and fuel management. If you don't have good overtaking, but you have really good fuel management and tire management, you'll be able to make up for that shortcoming by staying out longer on whatever set of tires you're using, or going faster longer on whatever set of tires. Consistency has to be around 60% or better. That's for me. Obviously, if you don't have guys that are consistency level 60, although Botas is pretty good early, consistency again is going to help you with your starting position. So the most important stats, I would say, number 1, tire management. Number 2, fuel. Number 3, consistency. Number 4, overtaking. Number 5, wet weather ability. And then number 6 would be defending. Again, if I knew it was going to rain, I might use Antonio Giovinazzi. I might use Daniel Kvyat. I might use Lando Norris. I might use George Russell. I might use Perez. They're all better than Vettel on a wet track. I might use Magnussen, except for his consistency. And later on, I will definitely be using Lewis Hamilton. Okay, so I believe I showed you guys a race, and I showed you guys how I select my driver, as well as my parts that I'm using. The car parts, if you're winning and you can upgrade a part, like say, I'm already winning, my chute is level 6, I can upgrade this, the soft touch, and by upgrading it, it becomes better without losing anything. And then by all means, switch the part. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to find, yeah. So if I upgrade this, and it gives me two more reliability, one more power, and 2 more aero, which means I would have -3 power. I forget what the number was for reliability, but it would be like -6 or 5. And I might be losing some aero. I'm not going to do that because it's too much to lose. Now, if somehow by upgrading to level 8, my power went from being -4 to even, and my reliability went up to -5, and my average pit stop dropped off a little bit more time, then that means there's more positives than negatives. I might want to do that. But if I'm winning, and I'm comfortably winning, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But if you find yourself starting to lose, like you go out and you start, instead of winning 85-90% of your races, all of a sudden you start going like 55-60%, then that might be an indication that there's something wrong with your setup. Other than that, if you're winning, just keep winning. So, yeah, there's my game. There's my setup. If you guys learned anything, please like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely subscribe. Honestly, guys, the only reason why I'm still doing these videos is because of all of the new subscriptions. Obviously, eventually I'm going to have to learn how to edit these videos, make them a little bit more exciting, entertaining for you guys. Or maybe I can find somebody that can do that for me. But I do enjoy making these videos for you guys, especially because of all the feedback, all the questions, and all the new subscribers. I believe I'm up to probably around 600 by now, which is like absolutely mind-blowing to me. So thank you all very much. Happy New Year. I know it's a little bit late for that. We're almost at the end of January, but Happy New Year anyway. Happy Lunar New Year. Sorry to hear about the coronavirus outbreak, but don't let the media scare you. The coronavirus is like SARS or MERS, which we all made it through both of those. It's flu-like symptoms. The death toll is mostly the elderly or people that have already had a weakened immune system through illness, cancer, or the like. So, Wuhan province or Wuhan city, I'm not sure how that works, but guys, stay strong. I know you guys are 11 million strong, and I know we're going to make it through it. So, just mind those numbers, 11 million people in Wuhan, and worldwide only, 9 deaths or whatever. So, don't get too scared, guys. Stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Aloha.